Flosstube, it's Shelly. It's Only Stitching on YouTube and KX Stitch on Instagram. Thank you for watching. This video is going to be all about my 12 by 12 new starts, and it was started by Kia B, and then she and Pam from Just Keep Stitching run like a marathon of new starts or whips, 1 an hour from 12 noon to 12 midnight on New Year's Eve on Instagram. And you can find out more on Kia B's channel. And the hashtag is hashtag NYE12x12. So I'm just going to run through what I'm going to start. And I kitted it up. And here we go. I don't know what order I'm doing them in, of course, but the first one I have out is O Tannenbaum by Brenda Gervais. That's how it's spelled. And this is a 10.5-inch square box, which I don't have, but I do have the box that goes with this, Casting a Spell. So I'm gonna see if I can do some of the motifs so that they will fit in this box. And I'm going to use Picture This Plus tarnish, and these are the called for threads. I went darker with the fabric because there's a lot of snow that doesn't show up in this picture. I'm not sure what this fabric is, but the picture it really doesn't show up. But there's snow up here, and then there's snow on the ground somewhere. I don't know. So I think it'll be good on tarnish. And then I have Sarah Barnes, which is by the Scarlet House, and this was part of Kitten Stitcher's sampler box, which was a mystery box that I got. And there's, I think, about 4 or 5 of them I'm gonna start. And this is beautiful. It was not kitted, it was suggested that you use Belsois and Gloriana, which I am not doing, but she gave all the DMC. So I picked some DMC and some fancy floss. This is Aeonium by Cottage Garden threads. And it goes very, very dark. So I thought that'd be pretty. And then my other fancy floss is Sage. And I'm doing it on Fresco by PTP, which I think will be lovely. Obviously, I wouldn't choose it if I thought it was gonna be awful. The next one is, this was in a Kitten Stitcher box last year, but now we can all get it. So I got it this year, Yield Noel by Beth of Heartstring Samplery. And those pinks are Colonial Rose, and Merlot is the darkest one, and Baked Apple is the medium, which I don't think it really looks like Baked Apple or Merlot, and I'm not sure what Colonial Rose looks like, but I'm gonna choose different pinks because right now I only have the Merlot as an HDF, hand-dyed fibers by Vicki Clayton. And so these are the colors. This is the Merlot in DMC. And this is a PTP fabric, which is 16 Count Legacy. So I think I'm gonna add maybe Rosebud by Color and Cotton, or Victorian Pink. I like that pink also. I think that is by Guest. Could be called, it could be Classic Colorworks, so I'm not sure. And I'm doing this chart that I got from the Jingle Ball by Lindy Stitches. It's called Reindeer Games. So I think this one and O Tannenbaum are the only Christmas ones. So I'm gonna just do it on like an antique white. I think this is like a 20 count, and the colors are pretty bright. The red they use is so orange to me. This is the red, so I think I'm gonna use this one, which is 347. And the orangier one is, can't read it, 350. Let's see if it's bigger in here. I don't know. I know she has a quirky color palette. Might be 353, 350. But I just think they're all dressed for Christmas, and this They're going to be red, not orange. This is an oldie that I bought off of Kitten Stitcher's website, but I don't think she has it anymore. And to me, it looked like one color, but really it's like 8 colors, and some of them are tweeded. Like they tweed together green and brown, green and gold, and brown and gold, which I think is kind of odd. So I'm just going to try and do it mostly in one color. And use Coal by Weeks. And this fabric is Cafe au Lait by Fiber on a Whim. It's very taupey looking. And I think I'm going to simplify the border so I can do it in one color. And then just the square that's around some of the letters, I'm going to do some kind of warm white color, like maybe Magnolia Blossom has a little bit of yellow to it. I don't know. Everything else is cool. Maybe I'm not going to do a warm white. And this one is one I started trying to do something similar with before, but I did not like it. It's Louisa Coulimore, and I'm going to do it to fit a frame that I have that is 7 5/8 by, I think it's 14 1/2. And so I'm just going to go start the letters and stop when I get to 7 5/8, and use this window pane fabric by, I think it's Weigart, that they don't really sell this anymore. Yeah, it's Weigart. So I just like start here and go, and then the lines just do whatever they do. Like I don't skip to put everything on a line. I don't know. I like it just kind of random in the background. So I'm either going to use this pink, which is 3833, or 3832. I think this one is light raspberry. It's very pretty. We'll see if it's too bright when I start. If it's too bright, I'll go with the other one. There's my Tiny Bomb. And I'm doing Redbird Sampler by Brenda Gervais, which I've had for a while. And I really like the not variegated look to this, so maybe I will be using more DMC than I have. I'm doing it on 16 count Heartland by PTP, and I bought a conversion by HDF Silks by Vicki Clayton. I think it's hand-dyedfibers.com. I know there's another, if you put hand-dyed fibers, if you Google that, it'll come up. And there's some very vibrant blues that are pretty, and kind of a deep fennel color is its equivalent, and some kind of olivey greens. There we go. And browns. And here's another blue-green like the fennel. And then there's an orangey color and golden dark brown. And then I also have the old gold and olive sitting in here. Like I might use those too. We'll see how it goes. I might be using more DMC because I know she did call for DMC for some of it, I think. Yeah. She had 4 colors for DMC: coral, light coral, and very dark coral. So maybe and also golden olive. So maybe for the reds, I will use a DMC to make sure I don't have any variegation, so it does turn out flat like that, I like about that. This one's Little Annie Lewis, and this is by Lottie Da, and this was also in the sampler box from Shakespeare's Peddler. And it has a very limited color scheme. That first row is an olive, like a dark olive. So it's olive and red, and I think there's some blue in it too. Ooh, this is gonna look crazy. When I have DMC skeins that I've already used before. This color is Raspberry Frost, and also Raspberry Frost is this one, which is called for. And then Williamsburg Red is this one, which almost looks the same. So I might use the Williamsburg Red because I have more of it. Let me make sure that's right, that it's Raspberry Frost. Nope, Cranberry Ice. Yep, I could just looked at the tag. Cranberry Ice, but I think they're super close. The Cranberry Ice is just a little more purple. In real life, they're very hard to tell apart. Oh, here's Mexi. You can see her tail. I think pretty soon. 2 more to go, Nexie. Okay, and this one is also from the Kitten Stitcher box. Here's the colors. What do you think, Nex? They taste good? They smell good? This is Cappuccino by Fiber on a Whim. She's like, for me? You're giving me some floss? Oh, thank you. And it's Jane Allen Collection by Hello from Liz Matthews. And I'm gonna try and do the pin keep. Not the pin keep, the pin drum, the drum. I like the whole thing, but it's huge. So I thought, well, the part I like best is, I think, the part that's on here. So I think that's gonna be very pretty in this color palette. I don't know, some of these greens I might have to change. I think that's why there was a different green in one of those patterns, because I don't really like this color. I don't know. We'll see. It probably looks fine. And my last one is what my sister got me for my birthday, which this was on eBay. It's just old Backyard Birds by Lottie Da, 2003. And to me, I thought these trees were like a light blue color, but they're really supposed to be Green Pasture by Gast. So I think I'm going to change some of the color palette. There's just a lot of brown. And so I'm going to do those letters in gold and then do the birds in different shades of gray. And then the outer border was supposed to be caper and something else. What was the other one? Caper and I think a gray. And it just looked all the same to me. So this is Sand Dollar. No. Not Another Sampler Color by Be Stitch Me. So I just put a lot of grays and blues in here. And then I thought maybe I'll do the, in one pink, maybe I'll do the words in gold. And this is very green, but some of these are Color and Cotton, Deep Sea, and Eucalyptus, if I decide to go with some greens. But so funny, I thought most of these were gonna be gray. And here's the color of the fabric, Not Another Sampler Color. So I think that'll be pretty. I think the, oh, I know, the pink was for the flowers. The flowers are gonna be, I think, pink and white instead of yellow and white. They were pretty yellow. They kind of fade into the fabric on this. So I thought a light pink would be pretty. So I chose Carnation. So we'll see how that one goes. That one's the wildest color. Oh, now she's lying right on the bag for this. That one's the wildest color changes. And so there's still a few I need to look for some colors for and make sure I really want that fabric. I do need to look at the O Tannenbaum one to look at the sizes of the different squares and see if I can get them to fit right. Maybe they'll just be smalls. I don't know. I really like the Santa, so maybe I'll just start on the Santa. And if he won't fit in the other box that I have, then he'll just be an ornament. So thank you for watching. And if you are going to participate, let me know below. I'm going to Zoom with my friend Kim, who is contented_needleworker_Kim on Flosstube and on Instagram. And she has a group she goes to, a stitchy group in real life, and Sandi, who is Stitchin' with Sandi, S-A-N-D-I, here on YouTube. Sandi is going to run a Zoom. And so I think a lot of the people from that in-person group, plus anybody else who wants to, is going to be on that Zoom with Sandi. And so you can look at her last Flosstube, and she gives information about that. So again, that's Stitchin', no G at the end, with Sandi, S-A-N-D-I. And maybe I'll see you on there. And I hope you are having fun stitching, whatever it is. But let me know if you're going to do 12 by 12, or just if you want to tell me all your projects you're going to do, or just say I'm doing whips, or I'm doing new starts, or I don't know how many I'm going to do. it was really fun when Kim and I did it last year, and we were kind of casual about it. We just kind of took breaks when we wanted to and got back to the stitching when we could. And we're both trying to kit them up and maybe start them. Like I only have one of mine started so far, but it would be nice to have an X in and have the needle sitting there. That was Sandy's idea, just to have it one stitch done and have the needle ready to go, because hour goes by really quickly. So take care, and I hope I'll get back soon with just a regular floss tube, because I did a lot of finishing, and a lot of it's Christmas that I'll just show quickly, because, you know, do you really want to see Christmas now? I'm not even sure I'm going to want to stitch Christmas on New Year's Eve, so we'll see what happens with those 2 Christmas ones. But because I did a lot of FFOing and stuff. And that's about it. So take care. Thanks for watching.